Hello, and welcome to Getting to Good Enough, a podcast to help you let go of perfectionism so you can do more of what you love. I'm Shannon Wilkinson, a life coach in Portland, Oregon. I'm a recovering perfectionist who's getting better at good enough.
And I'm Janine Adams, a certified professional organizer in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm lucky enough to be naturally good at good enough.
And today we're talking about traveling in 2022. Good. I'm excited because we're planning a little travel.
Yeah, you're planning fun travel and I'm planning family travel.
Yes. Not quite the same.
No, but they both require effort. And,
yes.
And I was thinking about how different things are here now in 2022 than they were the last time we did an episode called Travel, which was in 2019. It's like our considerations are so different.
Yes. Well, I think we did do a planning travel during the pandemic when you drove to see your dad.
Oh, right. That was a totally different travel planning experience.
Yeah. And we went on a car travel trailer trip in Eastern Oregon, which was completely different kind of planning too.
Yeah. That was like stress planning.
Yeah.
And, it was really, I'm so glad I did that, and I'm so glad I don't have to do it again, I hope.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was funny that we ended up in roughly the same part of the world, the country. You know, you were in Eastern Oregon and I was in Eastern Washington, and we both drove there. Yeah. But now we get to fly places again.
Right.
Without too much fear on my part anyway. Don't know about you.
Yeah. I actually flew to see family a couple of weeks ago, and I was definitely less anxious than the previous time that I had flown when I'm trying to remember when that was. I think it must have been last fall.
Uh-huh.
Is that, it's like in the dip, like in between, after Delta, before Omicron.
Right. It was October because you were out of town when I was staying at your house.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. On part of it. Part of the trip.
Then I got to see you on the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. And now, of course, the difference is that since you took your trip just a couple of weeks ago, I believe the mask mandate on board planes has been lifted.
Yeah, which I'm not really crazy about.
No, me neither.
Because I will still be wearing a mask. And that was one of the things that helped me feel more comfortable was that everybody was wearing masks.
Yeah.
So we're planning a fun trip. Well, fun for me, work for Mike.
You're the big winner there.
I know. At the end of May. So, and I'm beginning to plan a big trip that was canceled 2 years ago. 2 years ago today when this is being aired on May 5th, when I was supposed to be going to Portugal to walk the Portuguese Camino. And I am starting to plan that and looking to do that this fall.
Which is extremely exciting.
Yes.
And it will be interesting to see what differences you might have in your planning as a result of COVID.
Yeah. And one of the things that I've been thinking about, I'm thinking about like the kind of experience I want to have. And originally I made no plans to book places in advance. I wanted to, walk.
Be spontaneous.
Yep. Walk to wherever I was walking to, find a place to stay and stay. And I just realized the other day, something that would help me feel more comfortable is booking places in advance. And so I don't have to worry about, there's not the extra stress, because I feel like COVID adds an extra layer of stress that if I can remove other possible stressful things, that would be better.
Oh, yeah. Well, I would be that way naturally anyway, I think. Like when I took my trip to Walla Walla by car, I absolutely had a well-researched hotel waiting for me when I got there, which also allowed me not to push myself too far in terms of driving and keeping my days short.
Right.
Because I didn't want to, how sometimes you think, oh, I'm not that tired, and then half hour later you're exhausted and maybe in the middle of nowhere. So for me, that's my comfort level. And I personally feel more comfortable knowing that you will have hotel or reservations where you're going to stay when you're on that trip.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm thinking about that, and that means there's much more pre-planning to do, and much more research to do in considering where to, what's a reasonable amount of a reasonable distance to walk, how far apart are places to stay, what's still open, what will be open in the fall, all of those things. And I don't normally do this, but it occurred to me there are plenty of companies that specialize in organizing this kind of travel. Mm-hmm. And you don't go with a group, but they organize it for you and sort of manage stuff, and can even take, move a bag from place to place for me so I don't have to carry everything. And I thought, hey, I could ask for help and get someone to do the heavy lifting of planning this.
I think that's a great idea. I mean, that takes away a lot of the worry, I would think.
Right.
I tell people all the time, my clients who go to Disney, I always enthusiastically suggest they hire a Disney travel planner. Yeah. Because they know everything about Disney, and they just can make everything easy for you. And in the case of Disney travel planners, they don't charge you. So it's all paid for by Disney. Disney pays the travel planners. Mm-hmm. So if you have the equivalent of that, even if you do have to pay them for your trip, that feels like heaven to me.
Well, it feels like it's taking away some of the adventure. Mm-hmm. And then I remind myself, I'll be walking all day, and that's probably going to be enough adventure.
Right. You can make your own adventures that are safe and enjoyable, rather than adventures that happen because you didn't plan enough or something. Right. Yeah. We're in our 50s.
I know. But I've made so many trips to Europe or other places where I've only had a place to stay the first night.
Mm-hmm. And that was part of the fun for you.
And that was part of the fun.
Yeah.
But you're right. It does. It feels much more manageable if I reduce some of the possible adventure from the trip and do more pre-planning.
And especially if you hire an expert to help you with the pre-planning.
Right.
I think that sounds great.
Yeah.
And then if you do that, it's an interesting thought. Not since the 80s have I used a travel agent, but I'm wondering if you did that, do you think that perfectionism would come into play in terms of feeling like you can just accept what the travel planner suggests, or is there going to be a little bit of friction with perfectionism, do you think?
Well, I think if I get really clear on what's important to me, which, occasionally we talk about that here
right.
on Getting to Good Enough. But seriously, like if I think, okay, I want an ensuite bath and I want Wi-Fi, and, if I have those two things, I'm good.
Uh-huh.
Then, then it's much easier to accept the options available to me.
Yeah, that's really smart. And it also would be really helpful for the travel planner.
Right.
I mean, talk about being clear about what's important.
Yeah.
That allows them to do their job well.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So I think those are the things that I will want to think through really well and sort of come up with what are my, so what's sort of the bare minimum. And because, I am 55, I think that's the first time I've said that out loud. I mean, it has been over a month since I turned 55, but, still.
Yeah.
Anyway, there are some comforts that I want.
Right. You've earned some creature comforts.
Yeah. And, a lot of people feel like it's not a true Camino journey if you don't stay at the albergues. They're basically like adult hostels for the pilgrims, for the people walking. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to do that. I want my own bathroom.
Right. Okay. That seems really reasonable.
Not sharing a room, not sharing a bathroom.
Yeah. Right. It's a difference between traveling in your 50s and traveling in your 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just thinking through those things and then, finding out what's doable, and also not holding myself to some ideal of like the perfect Camino, that like, it doesn't, I could go up the coast part way and then cut across and go up there's a more interior route. And like, there are people who will tell you there's a right way to do it. But for me to remind myself that however I want to do it is just fine.
Yes.
Knowing what's important to me, I feel like it'll make it easier to plan this trip.
And you can let it be easy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's not that far away.
I know. 5 months?
Yeah, 5 months from now is the end of October. I'm sorry, September.
Yeah. So I better get training.
Oh, there's that. I didn't even think about that part of it. How many miles a day do you anticipate walking?
I think probably 10 to 15.
And this sounds like fun?
Yes.
Excellent. Because clearly it doesn't sound like fun to me.
No.
It sounds like blisters to me. That's great. I'm excited for you. It was so disappointing when you had to cancel the trip 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was. It was a big letdown. And it's been, I kept sort of thinking like, well, can I do it this year? Can I do it this year? And I really feel like this fall I could do it.
Well, and that if something were to happen with COVID, and then you can't, and you have to cancel, you'll survive it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But because of my desire for not hot weather, mm-hmm. and also not a lot of rain, I wouldn't mind a little rain. It sort of limits me to kind of late spring, early fall.
It's like the only times you're willing to visit St. Louis.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, well, in St. Louis, you're just walking my dog.
Right.
Right. With me. So, no, it seems like those considerations are really important. And in a sense, well, it might be helpful because that narrows it down, right? I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it also is a good reminder, like, well, so if for some reason this fall doesn't happen, then I can look at next spring.
Right.
Be there a year from now instead of 5 months from now.
Right. And any planning you do now, any relationships you create with a travel planner, for example, will only benefit you later.
Right.
If you need them.
Right.
And are you doing this all by yourself, or is Mike joining you at some point?
The walk I'll be doing all by myself. Mm-hmm. Our previous trip, he was going to meet me in Santiago, the town that I'll be walking to in Spain, and then we were going to take the train back down through Western Spain and through Portugal back to Lisbon, and spend, I think we're going to spend about 10 days or 2 weeks traveling together. So we haven't sorted out that part of it yet, but I hope that he'll be able to join me for part of it.
Yeah, that sounds great. It would be nice to have that to look forward to.
Yeah.
At the end of your walk.
Yeah. It felt like it would be really fun to have him there when I walk into town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like having him there at the end of the marathon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, and all my reservations are cancelable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, as we're planning this trip for the end of the month, everything's cancelable. And I think that's the main thing that we're looking for as we're planning travel in 2022.
Yeah. So all you lose is enjoyment, not money.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I just remember we were going to be going to New York for our 30th anniversary, which was April of 2020, and had to cancel that trip. And we haven't even thought about going back. It's too soon, I think.
Well, this will be, because we went to New York for a fun vacation in October. Mm-hmm. And it was again in that dip, and it felt really great because New York City was requiring, masks in all, in public buildings or, you know what I mean,
mm-hmm.
indoors, and proof of vaccination.
That's right.
So even at the Starbucks, they asked for proof of vaccination.
Wow.
And that trip was about going to plays, and they checked vaccination records, and everyone had to be masked, and they were very vigilant about managing all of that. So it felt really, under the circumstances, especially sort of on the tail of Delta, it felt very safe.
Mm-hmm. Well, interesting to see if that's still the case this trip.
Yeah. We do have one play planned, mm-hmm. which I'm very excited about, and you are less excited about.
I just have to admit, I do not enjoy Shakespeare. I've yet to meet a Shakespeare play I enjoyed, really. Even when I saw Twelfth Night starring Paul Rudd and Helen Hunt back
Seriously?
in the day. Yeah, in the 90s at Lincoln Center. And I still didn't enjoy it. I don't like to think that hard.
Well, we're seeing Macbeth with Daniel Craig.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Which I'm very excited about, but
that's
hopefully
extremely exciting.
I won't have to think too much.
Oh, you will. But you have to translate it. Yeah. I have to translate it anyway. I'm seeing Hamilton next week.
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm, in St. Louis.
Oh, that's
Very
exciting.
With Barry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That'll be very fun.
Yeah,
and so you're planning travel to see your dad, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, to see my dad and to help him move into assisted living.
Right.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
And hard work.
Yeah, that's all that you're flying to work really hard.
Yeah.
To do your job.
Yes, but I'm grateful.
in a potentially more emotional situation.
Right. But no, I think it's going to be great. It's just that I don't have the resources there that I have here generally, but I think I've got it. It'll be good.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you make any special plans around COVID or anything like that? Has that impacted your
No, it's weird. I guess I've traveled enough. I was just, well, it feels like I was there this year. I've been there already this year, and nothing really extra beyond wearing a mask in the airport and airplanes. It doesn't, I don't know if it's just become natural thinking about things, or if things are really normal. I'm not sure if the normal has shifted or
Right.
if things are back to what they were. But the biggest change, I think, the thing will be the assisted living facilities. Obviously, very cautious about
Right.
COVID. So I need to make sure I understand their rules.
Yes.
And make sure my dad understands their rules.
Right.
That will be the trickiest COVID part of it, I think. But I'm
Yeah.
staying with a friend, and where you and I have stayed in the past. And so... and I've got a lot of work to do in my dad's condo, getting it ready to sell. So I'll be by myself doing a lot of that, I think. Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. We would love to hear from you, our listeners. Are you traveling in 2022? Are you having any special considerations? How are you organizing it? You can let us know on Facebook or Instagram at Getting to Good Enough, on Twitter at GTG Enough. You can leave us a voicemail message at 413-424-GTGE. That's 4843. Or you can head over to gettingtogoodenough.com and leave a comment in the show notes. Until next time, this is Shannon Wilkinson in Portland, Oregon.
And Janine Adams in St. Louis, Missouri.
And we hope that good enough is getting easier for you. Now I'm really getting excited about Portugal.
Yay! I'm excited for you.